Hey guys, happy new comic book day, February 28th, 2024. I hope you guys found all your books in the cubby, on the new comic book shop wall, or mailed to you. However you guys get your books, I hope you guys found all the books you were looking for this week. I know I did, and I got them here underneath the loud, mysterious black bag as usual. This week I got four books that I'm going to talk about. No spoilers, just talk a little bit about how much fun I had with them. As usual, I rank them kind of in an order. If you guys do like this kind of content, hey, like, comment, subscribe. Spreads me out in the YouTube space like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Alright guys, let's get dived into the loud and mysterious black bag. Now, the first book up I have in the number 4 spot is Amazing Spider-Man 44. It's the last issue of the Gang War tie-in with this pretty cool cover here. I'm digging it by John Romita Jr. Now, this issue wraps up the storyline pretty well. You know, I gotta admit, I would like to have seen maybe some, more detail on it. Like, I really like the writing. And I'm totally enjoying John Romita Jr.'s kind of like last hurrah on Spider-Man, and I'm glad that he's given it to us. But man, there was some panels that were faces and stuff. If you guys read it, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to beat a dead horse to death, or you know what I'm saying. Like he's given us so much great work that I'm just gonna not talk about that. What I'm gonna say though is that the issue was really fun. We kind of wrapped up the whole gang war story, and I actually was super hyped about where they left it off, and kind of some things that we could see coming in the future. And so that's always what you want from your comic runs, is like kind of something to get you to want to buy the next issue. Like what's a story that keeps drawing you in, and that's being accomplished in Wells's writing, and I'm enjoying that run, man. Now surprisingly, I've not been enjoying this run as well, but landing in the number 3 spot this week, we have Detective Comics number 1082. And this one was actually written a bit better by V. I sort of felt like it feels, I've said this before, it feels like we're getting to the end of this very long storyline, and at this point I totally want to see him beat up Mr. Hurt, or whatever is Dr. Hurt. I'm not sure. I totally want to see Bruce Batman just destroy this guy. And so, and also this other girl too, that's called the Eyes, and she has all these eyes, and it's a long story. But now the son's dead. There was an interesting character. It's like this family, right? That was sort of tied up with Ra's al Ghul way back in the past, and now they've come back to take Gotham back because they used to own Gotham, right? And so there was a son character, and kind of like a motherly figure. I'm guessing the father seemingly has been dead for many years, and then there was an uncle and some other kind of side bad guy villains. But now, moreover, it's this new character that was just introduced recently, or maybe he's been a long time Batman bad guy, this Hurt guy, and that's kind of seemingly the crux of this storyline. And so, I liked the art in this issue a lot better too. There was a lot of panels I was like, whoa, dude, that's pretty crazy. They had these kind of Joker-esque guys. He's in his mind in the sands of time. It's hard to explain without spoiling it. I'm not going to do that, but there's some Joker-y type dudes, and they looked pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and move on to the number 2 book of the week. I got Miles Morales Spider-Man 17. Check out this super cool cover, too. I'm loving this cover. Just amazing, man. You can't you can't be mad at that cover. It's the best. And so yeah, the cover is just boom. Anyways, I don't know. I have it in my number two spot because I really love the art on it. Number one, I really love the art on it. And even though I've not been too interested in the story diversion that they've been taking, where Miles is kind of trying to kind of talk through therapy to come to grips with all this craziness that happens while he's a superhero, right? And though I haven't been enjoying that, it was really well written in this issue. And that, I think, was my concern kind of heading into it, is that mental health is a very, very important topic for a lot of people out there. And a lot of people need help. And I I didn't want them to do that story but make light of it, or kind of minimize the need or use of it, right? But I really think that they tackled it really well in this issue. It's not the full end all be all either, but I feel like we're on the right path, and that in the end, these people, the writer actually kind of has some experience with this, and maybe this is going to turn out to be a really endearing story, and I sure hope so. So that landed it in my number two spot because the writing was on point, the art was on point, and it's just cohesively together. It was a really good book. Number one spot this week, basically because it is just super adult, and I'm an adult, and that hits, and it's also, you know, using characters that I grew up loving and kind of putting them into this adult atmosphere. I believe it's still, yeah, parental advisory down here. So not for the kiddos, definitely not. More crazy gruesomeness happens in this one. I can't even say too much about that one without like spoiling stuff that happens inside, and I don't want to do that. But it has just been a really good roller coaster ride that we are on here for. This is part 4. We still got 6 more issues to go. It's coming out bi-weekly. I'm really enjoying this event and this story, cooked up by let me just make sure I get it right. Cooked up by Percy, yeah. And the art too. The art in this is just beautiful. Like Laval, Smith Jr., and Sinclair, loving the work done there. I cannot fault it like at all. What more can you ask for it? It's just, yeah. it's oh, I can't say much of anything without spoiling it. I'm trying to, oh, okay, what can I even say about this book without spoiling it? So imagine that Wolverine is at the brink, that Sabretooth has just taken everything from him and pushed him to the brink of all that is, that is capable within Wolverine to control his anger, and he's ready to explode and just myrtleize the heck out of Sabretooth, right? And so Sabretooth has, and this isn't spoiling like the specific issue, it's a couple issues back, and I think, if you're not already reading this, this'll maybe entice you, right? And so he's holding X-23 kind of hostage, or maybe he's gonna kill her or has already, and Wolverine is now on a mission to save X-23 and a couple other people that, like I said, if I tried to tell you who, then it would sort of spoil stuff, and I don't want to do that. But X-23, his daughter, right? His daughter's in this, and he's like at the end. This isn't a spoiler. This isn't a spoiler. This is just, at the end of the issue, he gets a present for Father's Day, like at the very beginning of the books, issue 40 or 41, whichever was the first issue of this. Yeah, 41. So he gets a present from Laura Kinney, X-23, but he doesn't get time to open it because the Sabretooth War starts happening, right? And then she gets taken by, and this is a couple issues back, so I'm not spoiling this week's issue. This is a couple issues back. This is 41, all right? And so she gives him a present, and he doesn't have time to open it, right? He has to go off and try to start, fighting Sabretooth and everything. And so then she gets captured during all that by Sabretooth. And he comes back and is kind of licking his wounds, basically, right? Healing up, healing factor, all go. And he goes back to this present kind of like in his woes, like, man, where's Laura Kinney? Where's, what's happening? And this is terrible. And he goes and opens her present, and inside it is this really sweet note about, she sees that he's trying to be a father, and she had gifted him a coffee mug that says best dad ever on it, and just kind of tugs at those heartstrings a little bit, and just giving you that little snippet of, that happened in this issue where he went and opened that present. And so, now he's going to be on this mission to go and stop Sabretooth from doing harm to X-23 Laura Kinney. And I'm super invested. The writing's really good. The art's on point. It's been one of the better runs in a while. That's what I have today, guys. As always, if you do like this kind of content, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, okay? Click all the buttons.